How would you like to build wealth the way the big banks and Wall Street funds do? We'd love to show you how to buy discounted, distressed assets currently held by these institutions, and then we want to share with you the secrets of how to profit from these assets. On January 17th, we're launching the Note University Master Note Investor Certification course, and we invite you to be a part of it. As I'm sure you know, there are many ways to profit from real estate. You can buy and hold property for appreciation. You can buy and rent or otherwise produce income from property. You can buy and renovate or improve property and then sell it for a profit. And you can accelerate your returns on all these investments with good financing. But have you ever stopped to wonder why the biggest institutions in the country and the world don't dominate these markets and methods? Why isn't Bank of America or any one of the many Wall Street hedge funds out flipping houses? They may do it from time to time as needed, but they've found a much more efficient and lucrative way to earn money from real estate. They've learned that the best position to be in is that of the lender. Ask yourself, why do all the biggest real estate companies wind up eventually becoming lenders? It's because there are fortunes to be made with notes or loans or mortgages or trust deeds. These terms are all very similar, usually describing the same thing. They're all agreements to borrow money, typically with real estate as the collateral. The big institutions hold these notes, but they also buy, sell, and trade these notes for big profits. They only get involved with the underlying property when they absolutely have to. And when they have to, they're essentially buying property at a big discount because they held the note that defaulted, and they took over the property for the value of that note. Year after year, they buy notes, sell notes, exercise their rights under those notes, and then sell the property they acquired, all the while generating phenomenal profits and growing wealthier. We want to teach you how to do what these institutions do to grow their money. Fortunes have and will be made by becoming the lender and managing a portfolio of notes. Now, we're not the first investors to notice that there is a lot of profit to be had in note investing. There are others that have profited from doing what the banks do, buying, selling, and trading notes. But all of the other organizations and instructors have focused on notes held by private individuals or small entities. It's a good business, but it's nothing like what institutional investors have access to. But now, for the first time, we'll show you how to get access to the institutional portfolios of loans or notes. We'll show you how to bid on and purchase at a discount a portfolio of these notes from institutions. We'll then show you how to improve the notes in your portfolio and sell them at a profit, or take control of the underlying properties when necessary. All of this is the brainchild of Jorge Newberry. He was a prolific real estate investor who started from scratch and amassed a large portfolio of properties, primarily in the multifamily residential space or apartment buildings. During the last mortgage crisis in 2008, Jorge began buying distressed mortgages at discounts. His primary intent at the time was to offer struggling families sustainable solutions to stay in their homes. But he quickly realized that the majority of notes were held by institutions that were not willing to sell to private investors. So he went to work on figuring out how to unlock access to these assets. Over the last decade, Jorge has developed many relationships with institutional managers. He's worked with them to create solutions that give private investors access to buy discounted mortgages from these institutions. For instance, he formed a trust to solve several issues that prevented institutions from selling to private investors. He developed a mechanism for financing note purchases. He built a servicing company that specializes in working with these assets. He's bought thousands of notes and developed systems for working them out in profitable ways. He organized 2 law firms that specialize in the strategies he uses. He developed an online marketplace for these institutional assets, and he's begun teaching his methods and strategies to other investors. His work is changing the note investment landscape, mitigating losses to lenders, and accelerating returns for local investors. The details of the systems that he's developed are now incorporated in the Master Note Investor Certification course. This money-making system can mostly be carried out from an office, which is why the big institutions employ a lot of people in offices. They're rarely out rehabbing property, dealing with tenants, or fixing clogged toilets. As you build your own portfolio of notes, you'll enjoy the same working conditions that they do. Also, the strategies we teach work in all economies. You can make money in up markets, flat markets, and down markets. This is a business that you can build for decades to come. Of course, it's especially good in difficult times, like those that many people believe are about to happen. If you have some money to invest, if you have some work ethic, and if you're willing to follow the directions we give you in this course and the coaching we offer, you could see your investments grow dramatically. For example, let's take this property and the loan that was made on it. The property, a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home in Yuma, Arizona, was worth about $194,000 when the owners defaulted on the first mortgage. The bank was willing to sell that note to get it off their books for just $135,000. One of our students bid on it and purchased the note, secured by a first mortgage, becoming the lender. He financed his purchase of the note, putting just 25% down. So after paying some fees and the interest on the loan he obtained to finance the note purchase, he was into it for about $40,000. He then worked with our team to handle the foreclosure process, and about 6 months later, the property sold at the foreclosure auction for $222,000. His profit was over $47,000. Of course, property values in the area had gone up during that time, which helped the profits. But even if the property had sold for much less, it would have been a big win for him. What's more, he never had to take possession of the property. He never had to renovate, deal with tenants, or fix a clogged toilet, because he held the note and mortgage, not the property. Now, there are currently a lot more notes for sale on properties just like this one. In fact, right now there are tens of thousands of non-performing notes for sale, and many times that number of performing notes for sale in the United States. Some have loan balances that are higher than the one I just showed. Others have loan balances and purchase prices that are a lot lower. In fact, in some cases, you can acquire a non-performing note for less than $10,000. Some of the properties associated with these notes are in better shape than the one I just showed. Some are in worse shape. Some take longer to turn a profit, while others can be turned around in just a couple months or less. In fact, we've owned some, and many of our students have owned some, that were paid off for a nice profit in just a few days. Here's another recent example from one of our students. It's a property in Idaho that was worth about $135,000, but it was in foreclosure and vacant. So the lender was selling the note to get it off their books. They were willing to sell the note for $81,000. One of our students bought the note, putting down just $20,250 and financing the rest. By buying the note, our student became the lender. Now, it was already in foreclosure, so they worked with the servicer and the attorneys to get the foreclosure finished. Just 45 days later, it sold at the foreclosure auction for $111,560. After paying the program fees, legal fees, and interest on the financing used to buy the note, the investor walked away with a profit of $23,299. So ask yourself, what if both of the examples I've shown so far had been in your portfolio? What would you be able to do with the profits? Well, we want to show you how to complete these transactions and many more like them. Click the buttons below this video to register for the upcoming course, because beginning on January 17th, 2023, we'll be conducting a brand new, very detailed course sharing all of the strategies we use to purchase notes and then profit from them. The course is video-based, combined with live weekly mastermind groups and deal labs to review actual deals and opportunities. It's divided into 5 major sections. The first section is on the fundamentals of note investing. In this section, you'll meet all of the people involved, learn the terms and vocabulary being used, and review lending practices and processes currently in use. You'll become an expert in lending and note investing. Next, we'll go over 10 steps to profiting from institutional note investing. In this section, we'll walk you through our proprietary system for finding, buying, and profiting from institutional notes. This system has been honed over the last 15 years and is being released in all its detail for the first time. The third section is on deal first aid. Every deal is different, and there are occasionally bumps in the road that could derail your profits if you don't know what to do about them. In this section, we'll cover all of the potential surprises, however rare they may be, and show you what to do to get your deal back on track if they happen. We also have a section on building a business. We'll share with you how to manage many deals at once, profiting from a portfolio of loans rather than just one at a time. And then finally, there's all the resources needed to pass the exams, complete a couple of deals, and benefit from our Master Note Investor Certification. In addition to these 5 major sections, there are several additional bonuses to help you through your journey to becoming a certified master note investor. There's a fast start guide. For those who learn best by doing, we'll show you how to quickly jump in and get things started. There's a written manual. All the notes and tools are contained within a physical manual you can refer to again and again. There's certification prep, such as the Cliff Notes for passing the certification exams. There's tools for note investing, such as spreadsheets, guides, deal flow charts, and more. We're offering a one-on-one coaching session for everybody that enrolls. You'll have the opportunity to set goals, map out your path, and get expert advice from one of our DO mentors. We're also doing weekly mastermind sessions with the participants. Each week, you'll join fellow students to discuss specific topics from the course. And then we're doing weekly deal labs. You'll get the creative juices flowing by reviewing completed deals each week. We'll also strategize what could be done on active deals that are in progress and notes being offered for sale on the platform. Click the buttons below to register and get involved in this course. Now, in this course, you'll also have the opportunity to become a certified partner of ours. By completing the entire course, including the short exams for each module, and then completing your first 2 deals, we'll certify you as a master note investor. And we'll do the following for you. First, we'll refund your investment in this course. As a partner of ours, we don't feel that you should pay for the training, so we'll refund the tuition when you get certified. We'll also invite you to our Insider Mastermind Investors groups, where you can see deals getting done and network with people that are actually doing deals. We'll give you priority bidding privileges on preo.com. We'll also give you discounts on program fees and events. Bottom line, this could all be free for you. The course tuition is normally $1,495. But for this inaugural offering of the course, we're looking for people that can learn our system and employ it to earn outstanding profits over the next few years. For those that become certified through this course, we'll refund the tuition in full and provide all the additional opportunities I just listed. So complete the course, get a couple deals done, we'll refund the course tuition, and it'll wind up being tuition free. So here's our introductory offer. January 17th will be the kickoff for the inaugural class. As an incentive to be part of history, we're offering a one-time very generous discount. If you register before January 10th, you can do so for only $995. That's $500 off for this initial course. To save the $500, simply click the button below and secure your spot for this inaugural certification course. We look forward to meeting you and working with you to learn all of the ins and outs of institutional mortgage investments. Feel free to contact us with questions and then click below to get started.